Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics blog. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create this energy consumption dashboard in Microsoft Power BI. And if this is your first time in this channel, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and also click the notification button to receive updates on all the tutorials that I share every week. So this dashboard analyzes energy consumption based on the water consumption, three energy types, which is water, electricity, and also gas. So I did my analysis based on cost and units consumed by building, by year, and also by year, and also the cost and also the consumption by each of these energy type. So in this page, this is just the overview of the dashboard, and I use page navigation to take me to each of the energy consumption, energy type analysis. So if I click on this now, it will take me to the water consumption analysis. So this is the analysis that I did on the water type, the water type of the consumption. So these are the cost and the consumption by city, building, and also by year for each, for the water consumption, and also the total cost and the total consumption by water for each of these. And also if I click this, it will take me to the electricity page, which is where I did my analysis for the electricity consumption, electricity type, I mean. So and also if I click this, it will take me to the gas or analysis. And if I click on any of these page, it will take me also back to the overview. So this overview is just for us to have a quick insight on what we have on order. So this is just the overall of what we have, the total cost per each of these energy type, and also total cost for the entire consumption, and also total consumption for the total for the all the energy, the total cost for all the energy type, the total cost for consumption for all the energy type, and the total building that we have. And also each of these energy type, I did my analysis based on their total cost and also total unit consumed. And we can see the summary of this part of this dashboard in this overview page. And we can see that water has the highest consumption with 88%, while electricity has 11% and gas has only 1%. You can see that we consume more of water in there is a lot of consumption of water in this particular region. So now this dashboard, what you will learn in this dashboard, in the features and functionality you are going to learn in this dashboard, you're going to learn data transformation in Power Query Editor. So I did some advanced data transformation in Power Query Editor, in which you are going to learn. Also merging column in Power Query Editor, and using DAX, advanced DAX to create method, and how to use Page Navigator. That was what I used to be able to navigate through each of these energy type page. And also I introduced an advanced chart or visual, which is infographic design. So you will learn how to also use that. And this particular dashboard is this dashboard is a very good project to put in your portfolio website. So by the time you are done with it, just add it to your portfolio website. So I'm going to show you. You all know that I love to do my design, my background design in PowerPoint. So this makes my dashboard to be more creative, and also come out in a beautiful way. So I have some video where I'm not going to be teaching you this here, because I have a lot of video. This is just a simple way of using your charts or your shape to create this beautiful design. So I have videos in my channel where you can see how you can use, or you can create simple and also advanced dashboard using shapes in PowerPoint. So this is just to insert some image online, also to insert our page or our shape to create this dashboard. And I did it for each of the energy type. You can see it. So now we can now start with our dashboard. So let me show you the data. So this is the data. I got the data online, and I thought of sharing my own insights in this particular data. So this is the data. I'm going to put the data in the video description. Only the data, that is what I'm going to be putting in the video description. So I want you also to create this dashboard, recreate it, and also learn all the functions and features and functionality that I'm going to be doing. So now let's get started. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is to get the power data to Power BI. So for this, you can import from Excel. It's a Power BI is an Excel, what's it called? Excel format. So I'm going to import this and then transform it into Power Query. In Power Query, I'm going to transfer the data in Power Query editor. So I'm going to click on all these three tables, this data set, and go to transform. So now the first thing that I'm going to be doing now, so we have the three tables here now. So the first thing that I'm going to do now, I will go to this energy consumption table, this particular table. So I'm going to be unpivoting this three column, this water consumption. I will unpivot it. So note that down too. You are going to learn how to unpivot in Power BI, Power Query Editor. So I'm going to be doing that. So I will select them, click on the first one, then hold your control key, click the second one, click this. You can right click. If you right click, you will see unpivot column, unpivot other column, or you can go to transform and you will see unpivot column, unpivot other column. So since I've selected it, I will just click on unpivot only selected column. So you can see now that we have this now. We have the energy type in one column and the units in another column. So what I will do now is I'm going to change this, rename this as energy type. Then, and I'll change it to units. This is the unit consumed. So now again, I want to remove this consumption. I want to remove it from this or energy type. I want to remove the character. So I'm going to right click on the column and then replace value. So that's what I will do. So I'm going to be replacing value. So replace value. So what value do I want to find? I want to find consumption. Make sure that you are typing it exactly the way it is in the column. If not, because it's case sensitive, you will not see what you are finding. So now replace with, I want to replace with nothing. Click OK. You can see now that everything has been replaced. So we have just our electricity, gas, and water here. So now the next thing that I'm going to be doing now is to go to the building master and use first row as header. So go to building master. You can see now that the first row is not our header. So I'm going to be using first row as header. So what I'm going to do now, go to transform, come to this place, this home tab, then use first row as header. So now we are done with that. We are done with that. Now we need to create a unique ID between the energy consumption or the energy consumption table and the rate table. So for us to have a relationship, to be able to create a relationship between them, so we need to create a unique ID for them. So all we need to do now is to create a new column by merging the year column and energy type or column, to energy type column together in rate table and also in energy consumption table. So first, let's start with the energy consumption table. Okay, let's start with the rate table first. So this rate table, I want to match these two together to be able, the year column and also the energy type, to be able to have a unique ID that we use to create a relationship between the energy consumption table and also this rate table. So what I'm going to do is I will select this year column and also the energy type column. I will select them, then go to add column. Once you go to add column, then click on merge column. Click on merge column. So now I'm going to change it to ID. I will change this to ID, then click OK. You can see now that this is our new column, which is the unique ID that we created. So now I'm going to energy consumption table. So here now I need to extract the year. I need to extract the year from this particular date. So all I need to do is click here and go to date, then click on year, and you see year. So you see now that we've extracted the year. So now I need to match the year column and also the building column to form a unique ID. So click on them, do the same thing that we did the other time, and then click merge column, add column, then click merge column, and I'm going to rename this as ID, then click OK. So now we are done with everything that we need to do here. So the next thing now is to close and apply and get it done to our report view. So now we are closing and applying them now. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm checking if so. Good. We are good to go. So now our data has been loaded to the visualization page. Now we've loaded our data. Now we need to create relationship between the three tables. So now go to model view. We are in model view now. Now go to model view, then you create. So this relationship has been created. So now we need to create relationship between the rate or what's it called, the energy type and the rate. So I said we need to create relationship between them. So all we need to do, so this relationship has been created. This has been created with Power BI has already, by default, has already dictated relation between this. So now we need to create relationship between this using the ID that we have. That's one-to-many relationship. We are having one-to-many relationship between this and also one-to-many relationship between this. So now we can start using it to create the various mail that to create our reports. So go back to the report view. So now the next thing that we need to do now is to create some mail. Now we are starting to create to use DAX to create some mail in order for us to be able to create our visual. So now the first thing that I want to do now is I want to create the total cost. But before that, I need to put all my calculated mail into one place. So I will click on enter, then I will click measure, then load. So that is where I'm going to be creating all my mail. So now the first one that I'm going to do is click here, click this mail, right click it and create new mail. And then I'm going to be creating total cost. So the total cost for the entire energy type. So I'm going to creating total cost equals to, so I'm going to be using some heads. So remember, the price is not in the energy consumption table. So I need to use I'm going to be using some X and also related function to be able to bring the uh, unit price from the rate to the to be able to use the unit price in rate or column. So since we created a relationship between them, so what we use now, we use the related function and sum x. So first we're going to be using our sum x, then our energy consumption unit, energy consumption, then units, multiply by, so I will use related now, related, then price per unit, close this. So that's the total cost for that, and I'm going to change this to dollar because this is the amount, so it should be in currency. So if you check that, you can use create card to check that. Just put it there. Okay, I think we are having some error, so I need to check that. So I've been able to figure that out. So this is the total cost, so we change it to currency. So change it, click on it and come right ahead and change it to currency. So we have that now. So we'll be doing some other formatting later. So the next one is the next method that we need to create is the unit consumed. So total unit consumed. So click on that again and then create new method for that and name it as units consumed. Total let's say total consumption. Total, okay, we can name it as unit consumed. Unit consumed will now be equals to sum of units. Oh, sorry, I was wondering what's going on. So this is it. This is sum of units, and then we change this to number. It's already number, just to put comma. So if you put it in our chat, you can see it. So now let's create other measure. So again, I need to get the method for the total cost for each of these: water, electricity and gas, each of the energy type. So I need to get the total method for them. So we need to extract it from their what's it called, the respected column. So what I will do now, so I'll first do total cost, that's water cost, total cost for water, and also for for gas and electricity. So now I'm going to create new method. So click this and create a new method. So I'm going to be using calculate to be able to filter those ones out. Calculate function. So that will be TC water equals to, you can do water TC or total cost for water. So this, or water cost, so that we'll be able to water cost equals to calculate, we are using calculate function, then the total cost that we created, and then comma energy consumption, the total energy consumption, then energy consumption type. We are looking for energy consumption type now. So where's our energy consumption type? Don't we have it here? We should. That's energy type. Sorry, I need to. Okay, so you can just use this energy type equals to water. Let's do that. So let's check. Good, that is it. So now the next one again is I need to extract the remaining balance from the remaining balance of the water costs from the total cost, because I need it to I want to use it to create a particular visual. So we need to extract the balance from the total cost. So we have our water cost now, and then we have our total cost. So the difference between them, I need to get it. So I will just use it as water left, water costs left. That's what I'm going to be using it for. So I will just say me create another method again. So water costs left equals to total costs minus water cost. So that is our water left. So now I'm going to be doing the same thing for the remaining energy time. So all I need to do is just to copy and paste. So let me first do this. So copy this, then create new mail. So paste it, then change this to electricity. Then this also I'm going to changing it to electricity. So this is case sensitive, so you must be careful of what you are writing. So again, we have that. If you want to check, we can also still check that. You can see that. So now again for our electricity left, so I'm going to copy the same thing. Okay, let's just do let's do gas costs immediately. So let's do that. So copy this, put it here, and put this here. I'll put gas cost, then change this to gas. So we change that to gas. So now we'll do gas left and electricity left. So creating new mail. So copy this. I'm going to be changing this to electricity. Then come right here, change this to electricity cost. So subtracting the total cost from the electricity to get the electricity cost left. So again for the gas, I'm going to be doing the same thing for gas to get the gas costs left, the balance. So gas, this should be gas costs left, and we change this to gas costs. So we have that now for the costs. Now the next thing that we need to do now is the consumption, the unit consumed for each of the energy type. So that's the next thing that we need to do. Unit consumed for each of these energy type. That's the next thing that we need to do now. So now I'm going to be starting with, or what's it called, I'm going to be, okay, so first let me copy this. So we are going to be using the same thing, but in this case we are going to be changing it to consumption. Instead of cost, instead of unit, we change it to consumption. So I'm going to copy this, then bring this here. So put this here. So here now I'm going to be changing this to water consume. So let me just leave it like that. Water, let's say water units consume. Units consume. So let's leave it that way. So calculate here, instead of units total cost, we are going to change it to total units. Okay, have we calculated unit consume? Yes. So we are changing this to unit consume, and we have this. So let me just copy this now so that we use it for the rest. So this is for unit consume. So now just put this here. So for all the costs, I need to change them to, we need to change all the costs to dollars, to currency, because they are actually in currency. So I need to change this to currency. Let me change this to currency too. Okay, let's leave it first. So now I've done the total cost for total unit consumed for water. So this is water unit consumed. Oh, I went to go and change this to, so sorry, this should be, this is not dollar. So if you change this to this, you will see this is the total water consumed, the unit consumed by water. So this is it. So now I'm going to do electricity consumed now. Okay, so I copy this, then I'm going to paste it, change it to electricity unit consumed. Electricity unit consumed, then change this to electricity, then come back here. So if you want to check, you can also check it. You can see that is electricity unit consumed. So I'll also do for gas, total unit consumed by gas, total gas unit consumed. That's the correct word. So change this to gas, and also I'm going to change it to gas. So now I need to get, again I need to get the balance, the difference between the total unit consumed and also total unit consumed by each of the energy type. So I need to also get the balance the same way that I got that. So all I need to do now is to, okay, let me start with the water. So let me just copy this, then create new one, new method, paste it, then what I will do is water unit consumed left, so equals to unit consume, unit consume minus water unit consume. That's what we are using. So I'll copy this and use it for the rest of the. So now, so again, I'm going to copy this. Okay, now create new method to use it for electricity and also for gas. That's what we are doing. Okay, sorry. So just create new method. So change this to electricity. So I'm going to change this to electricity unit consume. So now again, create new one for gas. We are creating new one for gas. So change this to gas. Then come right here and change this to gas too. So that is the units consumed by gas, the total unit that we have for gas. So that is it. So if there is any question that you need to ask concerning this task, if you are confused, just you can send me a message in my LinkedIn or also message here. I'm going to reply you. So now we are done with that. So now I need to get the percentage of each for consumption. I need to get the percentage for consumption. So all I need to do, so the thought just came to my mind now how to do that. So I'll just say percentage of water consumed. Let's do that first if we are going to get it. If not, I'll just call it out. So percentage of water consumed. I think that would be unit consumed, unit consumed, total unit consumed should be divided by water consumed, water unit consumed. Let's check that. If we get it, then change it to percentage. Let's see if it's going to correct. It's correct. Is it correct? It's actually not correct because we cannot have 1000. Let me check for the others. This is not the correct, because I did it and I didn't get it, so I thought of just calling it out. So let's create new measure again and do it for the rest. So let's say for gas, let's do it for electricity. E L, let me just do E, okay, E L E. Then let's change this to electricity unit consumed. Let's check. Then let's change it to percentage. Let's see. I think it's correct. Oh, my phone tab. Let me change it to percentage. Let's see. It's not correct. Is not correct. Or let's bring it like this. I'm trying to check because I tried doing it. I'm also getting the same issue. Hmm. We got it. So the other time I missed it, it should be the electricity unit consumed divided by total unit consumed. So this is the correct one. This is correct. This is actually correct. It's actually correct. So let's change the water to this. So when I was doing it, I couldn't get the right one. So I have to change it. I just call it out. So you have to just know how to navigate your way. So let's check this. Oh, remove. This should be 88. If this is 88, then it's correct. We are good to go. So now let's do for this is correct. So let's do for our what's it called? Gas. Gas should be 1%. Okay, sorry. Gas. I need to copy this. Let's copy this. So create new method. New method. Then put it here. Then change this to gas. Then change this to gas. So change it to this. So now if you put it, gas should be 1%, 1.2. Yes, we are right. We are good to go. So I'm so glad that I was able to navigate this because when I was doing it, I couldn't get the correct. So I just have to calculate it on my own then and I call it out. So I think I missed the calculation while I was doing the analysis. So now just change this to zero decimal place. I've changed this, so I'm going to change this to zero decimal place here. Also do the same. So again, I'm going to do for the water to change it to zero decimal place. So I think we are done with all the DAX that we need to use to calculate all our mail. So we are good to go now. So I'm just going to delete this, remove this, then we start our analysis. We start creating our visual. So the first thing that I need to do is to bring my dashboard background. So I'm going to bring it from here. So go to display, then go to canvas background, come right here, and then I think I put it in the download. I think I use this. So here, change this to normal, then reduce the transparency to 0. So I have my dashboard background here. So this is the overview. So I need to start creating some visual. So the first one that I need to create is the total cost. So I need to create this, which I'm going to be using CAD for the total cost, the total building, and also total consumption. So I'm going to be doing that. So calculate total costs. So I'll be using the new card. You can use the new card, you can use the old card. So I'm going to be using this. So now bringing my new card card. So now total cost, that's the total cost for everything. So because this is the dashboard overview, this is the overview of the dashboard. So I need to put the total cost for everything in. So now I'm going to be formatting this. So come right here, go to call out value. So this label, I need to remove it. So now come to this place. First, I need to change it. I'm changing it to my desire. So I think I use 30 or 25. Let's say 30. So for this, then the color playlist. So I need to go and check my color code for each of these things. So I use some color code. So I need to check them and put the color code there. So now let me check for the color code for this particular one. So this is the color code I use. So I'm going to be going back to this to check my color code at this period. So go to more color and put the color code. So we are good to go with this. So now I'm going to be changing this to no, displaying unit to no. Then I'm going to be changing this to 0 decimal place. So now we're good to go with this. We can format this. Okay, let me check the formatting that I use. Okay, you can leave it. I think I use this format. So now I'm done with the callout value. So now the card, I need to remove border, also remove fill. Yes, remove fill and border. What text? Okay, now the background. So I need to change the background. So now we're good to go. We are good to go. So now the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to copy this and paste it here. Also paste it here. I'm using the same format. So here, total building, I'm just going to be using this building. Put it here. So now I will use this thing count. So here, total consumption. Remember the unit consumed. So that's what I will use. Unit consumed. Remove this. So now we are good to go with this. So the next one is all this chart here, and that is my what's it called, my water unit consumed and cost for each of the electricity or type, each of the energy type. So now the first one that I need to do now is to do my water consumption. So that's water consumption. I'm going to be using donut charts. Going to be using donut charts for that. So now I need to put my water consumption and water consumption left. So water consumption, so where is it? So this is the water unit consumed, then water unit consumed left. So now we need to do some formatting. Again, I need to check. I don't need the legend, so I need to remove this, then remove the background. This also, I need to remove the, go back to this data label. I don't need it. So this rotation, I need to rotate it. Okay, so I need to do some rotation back. I want to rotate it this way. So now we are good to go. So now the slices, so this I'm going to be using neutral color for this. So again, I'll go back to that place and check for the color code I use for here. For this, I need to check the color code. So copy the color code. This is the color code I use. Also copy, get that, or else you want to have your own color code, then got more color and paste it here. So that's my color code. So I have this now. So again, This I need to reduce this space, the inner radial space. I need to reduce it. So now I think we are good to go with that. So now I need to create this card. I need to create one of these cards. Bring it here. For the cost, the total cost for what's it called, for our water, just total cost for water alone now. So now you need to add the water cost. That's the total cost for water. So I need to change it to currency, so that it will help us to know that we are dealing with the total cost. Okay, so this again, I need to get the percentage, put the percentage there, what I did, the percentage of the unit consumed. So now what I need to do here now, for water percentage, so come right here, remove this. So I'll change this to unit, percentage of unit consumed. I'll change this to percentage of unit consumed, unit consumed. So again, go back to that, because I'm not going to be using the same formatting for this. So I will on the label and then put the labeling below. So now change the labeling color to something this. Then to my formatting. Cool. So now that's the, oh, did I on it again? Oh, sorry, transparency. So I can change this to this. So now the value, go back to the value. The value I'm going to be changed using this color. So now let me copy this and paste, because I will use it for the rest. So let me copy this too and paste. Copy this and paste. So now copy this, paste this here, copy, then paste this here. So we have this here. So now I need to do my water. Okay, let's be done with this first. So we have this here now. So hold on, let me enlarge it a little bit. Then this rotation, sorry, this spacing, I need to increase it a bit. Okay, so let's increase it a bit so that it won't be looking somehow. So now we have it here. So now I'll copy this, paste it. Let me remove this. I don't need this here because I want to use the same format for everything, except that the color will change. So this, we have this here. So now I'm placing this here. Just make sure that everything is in line, so you can group them. So we have this here. Let me just copy this here. You can group them here like this. So come right here. If you want to group them, make sure you are clicking the two, then you group them. So that's how to group in Power BI. You can also group this together with this. Since I don't need it again, group. So now we are good to go. So now, okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to enlarge it the way I enlarge. So now the next one is our electricity. So I'm going to come right here, then change this, put electricity unit consume, electricity consumption, then electricity left. So again, I'm going to go back to check for the color code I used for the electricity, copy it, oh sorry, copy it, then go back to my visual. All I need is the color code here, put it, then this neutral, spacing, no, rotation. So this rotation, just put 270, it will rotate to, so that's it. So now copy it again and paste it here. So for the unit cost, so I put, that's electricity cost, that's what we are going to be putting in, electricity cost. So again, change this to currency, change this to currency. So now this also, change it to electricity unit consumption. So now I'm going to be changing the color also to this, then go back to the visual, change this to unit consume, percentage of unit consume, or percentage unit consume. Okay, and just write it like that. So now you are good to go. Then copy this, paste, because I need it the other side. So paste it here. So now the next one, which is the last one here, is our gas. So remove this gas consume and then gas left, gas consume, gas consumption left. So again, check, I'm checking my color code. You can check different color code online. So checking my color code, then change it here, come to this slicer, change this to neutral that we're using, then here boost it here. So that's my color code. So again, here you can see that we just have 1% for gas consumption, just 1%. Okay, I'm using this. Don't need that. So here I'm just going to, okay, let me change it also to the color we are using. So again, change it to unit consume. Oh, sorry. So we are good to go. Place this here. So now we are good to go with this. So let me remove this, and then we start our. So the last one that we are going to do here is this summary. So what I did for this summary is just to use the smart narrative or visual. That's what I use for it. So what I will just do now is come back here. So I'll just use one of the charts first. So what did I use? Let me check. So I use smart narrative for that. So let me just first use this. Okay, we can use the smart narrative immediately. Okay, first. Let's do something first. So I'm going to be using electricity or total cost to analyze everything, then unit consumed, and then energy type. Energy type for everything. So now these are the energy type for everything. Or we can use year. We can use year, also add year. You can also add year for us to know. Maybe let's check, then change this, come right here to smart narrative. Nothing to summarize, so we need to check that again. Let's go back and check that again. Sorry. So now I'm going to be removing this here. So let's check our smart narrative. It should do something. So it's creating our narrative for us, which is going to do. So this is the narrative, exactly what I did, what it did there. So I'm just going to be going to, so that's how to use smart narrative. So I'll just, so what you need to do now is to copy this, come right here, highlight it, then change your, can change it to the desired color you want, then the format that you also want, can bold it. So again, come to this place and remove the background. So that's it. So we are done with this particular, this our front or the dashboard overview. So this is the dashboard overview and we are done. So I hope you've learned one or two things from this. You've learned another skill. So now watch the next video. This video, like I said, is going to be divided into two. So watch the next video to be able to use the navigator, to learn how to use the navigator, what's it called, feed navigator or page navigator, and also to create other analysis for the for gas, for other variable energy type. That's for gas, water, and also to do for water, and also to be able to do for gas. So check the next video, is available for you to use. Check, and also make sure that you comment, give me your feedback, give me your comments, feedback, tell me what you've learned in this particular, how this video has helped you. Put it in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. This is very important. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you click the notification button in order to receive update from this my channel. Subscribe, share, and give me your feedback. I want to know what you've learned so far in this particular page. Give me your feedback so we can see now that we've done this. So the next one now is to do analysis on the rest, on the gas, and also to check, to know how to use this our page navigator. Bye. Make sure you check the next video for the next for the remaining part of this video. Check the other the next video that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be uploading, so make sure you check it. So I'm going to be putting it in a playlist for you to be able to be easier for you to click once you are done with the first video, and the next video will just pop up automatically for you to make it easier for you to use. Bye.